We're back. It's been a minute. I know for a while I said it was against the Patriots, but it's against the Cowboys. I'm gonna finally play the Super Bowl. I was gonna do the 15 minutes, but you know what? Sometimes I'm out of time. But right now, I'm just gonna play. It's gonna be 8-minute quarters. Let's see how this goes. Jaime, where you at, Jaime? Where are you at, bud?
Super Bowl 54 from Miami. You know, this town has played host to 10 Super Bowls in the past. And tonight, we write chapter number 11. And what a matchup we've got. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Oakland Raiders taking on the 5-time Super Bowl champs from the NFC, the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis, very pleased to be with you. And the story, Charles, in the Oakland Raiders season, just an incredible one, really, in the East Bay. Folks not expecting much after a 4-12 season in 2018. Fans were coming to terms with saying goodbye. And then a funny thing happened. The Raiders started to win, and they did not stop.
And what a way to go out this would be. I mean, this is like storybook. This is something that you write, and you put it on film, and people say, there's no chance that this could happen. Except we're witnessing it right now. Think about the great history of the Raiders in Oakland. John Madden is their head coach. Kenny the Snake Stabler, their Hall of Fame quarterback. The old man himself, Willie Brown. Remember that 75-yard interception return against Minnesota? We can still see Willie running in slow motion. He passed away a few months ago, but he'll never be forgotten in Oakland. The great Raiders of the old, supporting this Raiders team now, trying to win another Super Bowl.
Meanwhile, the Cowboys have had some ups and downs since their last Super Bowl appearance, but they're back for the 9th time, trying to win number 6. And
he's confetti draw Pokemon. Let's see if he can draw Pokemon.
Last Super Bowl title quite a while ago, January.
One on the Leah shirt.
And those were great teams. Jimmy Johnson was their head coach. Troy Aikman, Emmitt Smith, Michael Irvin, all Hall of Famers. They were known as the Triplets. But then you go further back to those great teams in the 70s, led by Hall of Fame coach Tom Landry. Roger Staubach at quarterback. Tony Dorsett.
Let's go. Let's crack a beer right now. I gotta get touchdown. I got a touchdown and we'll crack up on the beer. Okay.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Martin. And getting just shy of midfield.
Let's go, buddy.
At the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. A couple of very nice carries to start this drive.
What's up, Jaime? I was like, where's Jaime at? And it's been a while since I played Madden 20 on franchise mode. But I've been playing Madden. I just haven't been going live. I was playing the face of the franchise. You know? I'm just the quarterback there. But now I'm doing franchise mode.
They didn't get the memo.
They didn't get the memo, and I know this to be true. Offensive linemen still, to this day, they want to run the football. They want to fire out and hit.
We're going to tire out this defense there.
Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Now a run with Martin.
Let's go, baby.
Past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game. It's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people.
Let's go, Evan. Let's fucking go. Jaime says I was trying to watch SmackDown, but I forgot it was on early. All the people I see do it on TikTok. Wait, SmackDown was on early? Why? They were out of country, or were they in Europe?
When you have a team that doesn't get too full of itself, even though they've won 2 games in a row, you get the end result.
Where was SmackDown hosted at? Jaime, that it was on early today. I forget today's Friday. We had a day off. I keep thinking at Saudi Arabia. Them Saudis. Yeah, bro, I forget it's Friday. I keep thinking it's Saturday. They gave us a day off today. And we get 4th of July off. Woo! What's going on with work? Oh, damn. He got like 32. Oh, crack open a beer. That was a touchdown, guys. Touchdown. That right there is for you. This sip is for you guys, too, right here.
The 4 Cowboy quarterbacks to start a
it's a warm day today in Fresno, California, in the Central Valley.
Dak Prescott follow in their footsteps.
Okay, yes, tomorrow 10 a.m. for Night of Champions, too. See, I'm not all cut up and all that, but sounds good.
Here's 1st and 10.
How about that new cup that they got going on?
There's the first carry for
Oh, my God! I need to cover that gap. Oh my God!
14 yards, good for a Cowboy.
FIFA, bro, Club Cup. I think is that what it's called, him?
If he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit, thanking him for that much space to
When Messi played, they lost 41 against who, Jaime? I just heard they were like, Messi se la come Messi. Oh my God!
Just a yard or 2 shy of the 40.
Shit.
Gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick
Yeah, with clubs on.
A tough run by Ezekiel Elliott, the 4th overall pick in the 2016.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool they're doing that.
You saw plenty of those runs because I know
it's like soccer don't stop, bro, huh? Ooh, oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! He had fumbled it, Jaime. Somebody call 911. Where's Adrian at? Tell him I want to beat his fucking cowgirls.
They're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, away from him. In this case, though, the teammate is able to come up with the ball.
On 2nd and 15 now, Prescott. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd.
Yeah.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he'll have his man. That's cool.
Damn.
And he'll take it into the
For real, I guess this is why football's a shit, bro. We can actually miss it for a little bit, and you get super excited for it, you know what I mean? And then you're super sad when it goes away.
They were the end result of a terrific route run by the receiver.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5.
Oh my God.
Each team's had it. Each team
70 more days, huh, man?
Here as the kicks away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Now this offense ready to head back out there. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens.
What's
here.
up?
And a look at the defense.
What's the question?
What?
What?
Favorite players, I don't mind saying it because I love his versatility. I can move him inside at the linebacker position. I can move him outside. I could rush him off the edge, rush him up the middle. He can drop into pass coverage. In fact, his versatility was on display even in his high school days, where he was a big-time high school basketball player that had a chance to play in college as well.
On 2nd down, Martin. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Throwing now is Carr. It's complete to Williams. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 23 yards on the play. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Shotgun now for Carr. And he slings one that's incomplete. The tight end, Luke Wilson, was the target. But it's going to be 2nd down. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Carr. And it's caught. And he'll take it.
Jiggity club, but it's Brown. Good job, good job. What else? What else? Draw. Yeah, you choose this time. A what? A bow?
I think if you pull defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it
Not bad. I was
so hard to recognize.
talking to, believe it or not, Jaime, talking to Luz's boyfriend. Luz has a boyfriend. Gosh darn it. It was gonna happen.
Tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Now I gotta buy a shotgun. Then I got 3 more to go. Damn, bro.
That makes the score 14-7.
We gotta stop him here, Jaime.
Following the touchdown,
I got 4 daughters, bro. I gotta buy a shotgun for each one of these sons of motherfuckers.
And a good return is he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
What did Toretto say, Jaime? Who? Oh. What happened?
What do you mean what happened? I told you I was on a plane.
My phone didn't even ring. I have it right here in front of me.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10.
Let me see.
Shy of the 30.
I think it said 8 feet.
8 feet? Oh, then the other one's bigger.
Here's Prescott. He's going to wind up, and that's caught inside the 35.
Okay.
A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist bump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The offensive starters now for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I feel a little bad here because we missed out talking about these guys on the opening drive because they were in the end zone before we had a chance to even say anything. But let's keep an eye on these wideouts. QB already has 1 touchdown pass. You know he's looking for a few more before this one's over. Those wideouts will get plenty of opportunities to try and score again.
Damn.
That 2nd down run, a big help. The 7 yards leaves it with just a 3rd and 3 now.
Well, there's an example of patience being rewarded. Ran the ball on 1st down and got stuffed. Most people would scream, throw the ball here. In this situation, they stayed with their roots, stayed with running the football.
No. Oh, why did I do that?
The hard count might have got him. This might be a 1st down.
What? Draw tongue shower from what the hell is that?
5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also
Damn, I just gave him some yards, and a first. Oh my God.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground.
Give me a kiss to build the dream on.
Nicely bit off, a pretty decent gain.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Thunderclap.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott.
Oh!
It's complete to Cobb.
Oh my gosh!
They're tackled down at the 1. His first catch in the Super Bowl. Good for a first down.
Never make the mistake that the
What the heck? A bow? What the heck is that, yeah?
A lot of them combine quickness and speed. And they catch
Jaime said to draw tum some, I don't know what the heck is that. Yeah, to draw him.
And he will take it in for a Cowboys
Gosh
score.
darn it.
Punching it in from a yard away. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
Yeah, that was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it culminates in a touchdown run by Ezekiel Elliott. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now Oakland ready to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. The Raiders with the football here to begin quarter number 2. As they guide with the first
I
and
guess
10.
to build
These
the
two
dream
teams are
on.
all tied after 1. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
What the fuck? We can't be doing this shit. We can't be doing this shit. Oh my gosh. Oh my fucking gosh. No. I can't go in again and lose the fucking Super Bowl again. Oh my gosh. We lost the other one we went into. What the fuck? Oh my god. What the fuck? Just this one.
Not exclusively, but way more than before. That was a nickel package there.
Fuck.
And what a pickoff.
You fucking kidding me, dude.
Because more people are throwing the ball on earlier downs than ever before. This is becoming passing
bullshit.
And because of that,
Some bullshit.
defensive backs on the field on most plays.
So the defense creating
Damn, that was
not
crucial.
only getting
What the
interception,
fuck,
but then
bud?
returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. This is taken at the 3.
Whoa, what the heck? That looks like he has a walking cane or something. Oh, that is cool.
Heading back onto the field to take over, and following the pick 6, and they
Try to
field position and throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
try to little, try to low.
Guys, listen,
The hell?
just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive.
Yeah, I have to make some better decisions.
High percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense.
Let's fucking go, man! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Woo! What?
64 yards. So they
Yeah.
bottled up, able to make a man miss, and then boom, off to the races.
And it's how he made him miss. A little bit of strength, too. Had to work through contact to get him off of him. And then once he did that, now he put his agility to use and took off.
Give me a kiss to build a dream on.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation.
¡Córrele, vato! ¡Córrele! ¡La migra, güey! ¡Córrele, güey! ¡Córrele!
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stock troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
Yeah, bro. See, you know how I
Now Carr on the bootleg.
Get it! Oh my God, no!
This is going to be intercepted.
You fucking fuck!
And nothing there with a return. They got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Oh my God, that hurt my
About set for
soul.
this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got to the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because
Ah, dude, you gotta be kidding me, man.
See what you did on the last drive.
My
Score
God.
points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there. That first down play, all you want to do is wedge out any type of space and try and create enough room. If you have to run the punter out there, he can successfully complete the punt.
They didn't get a ton of it, but at least some positive yardage. And all the way to the
7 minutes or what?
His second
Fuck,
catch in the Super Bowl,
man.
but it's good enough for a first down.
It's 8 minutes a quarter.
But you and I both know that's easier said than done. When the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. Prescott, a quick throw caught.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it
You used to
across
be with the Raiders,
midfield.
Cooper.
The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
Elliott on first down, going to get about 3 before he's taken down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 3 catches for him now in the first half of this Super Bowl. It's a first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10, and he's completed 7 of his passes thus far. Prescott.
Oh my God. What the hell? That's a shark with shoes?
Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Line of scrimmage.
What else next? A pickle with shoes and a hat. Yeah. Well, I don't know. What do you want to draw?
Now back to the ground with Elliott.
A pickle with shoes and a hat. Oh my God.
Inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Yeah, sure. In the zone. Auto zone.
Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Elliott.
Oh my God. What the fuck was going on with that?
11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless.
They laughed already. They went to go drop paper.
They move the ball with relative ease.
Now Elliott. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. A pickup of 4 on first down. It'll be second and goal. 1 man in the backfield. That's Elliott on second and goal. They'll give it to him.
Damn, just push Crosby out the way like that. Disrespectful.
For a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott. His second touchdown in the Super Bowl. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
Give me a kiss to build a dream on.
As the game moves on, just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now the Raiders offense, they get set to head back on the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay
Oh my God.
into the moment and into the game.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all.
Of course, I'm not happy. Shit.
Out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
There's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards the pickup there. From midfield, here's Carr. And finding the tight end, Wilson. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. 2 minutes even on the clock in the first half of Super Bowl 54. Coming up at halftime, I'll go for one person out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Charles Davis,
it looks like a pirate, that one. I missed it to draw me. Yeah.
Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
Oh my God!
Jones, and he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And the ledger for
I don't know what's
so
going on.
far looks pretty
I
good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll make it 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware, ball may come your way.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Prescott. Caught by Cobb. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3-and-out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Yo.
Prescott on first down. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 25 yards that time. So Amari Cooper, Northwestern High School in Miami, making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age.
I know it shows
detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
Oh, Sebastian said hi.
Bridgewater's his quarterback there, so that helped back in high
Sebastian.
Facing a 2nd and 2.
I is right here on the live.
To the air again, Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 2 first-half touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Extra point by Barr, up and good. And that will shave one more off this lead.
What the hell?
This is taken at the 3. And he's He's going to take this all the way down inside the 40.
But when the highlight is shown of this play...
Hey, you're the bad luck. Look at that. We almost fucking ran that shit all the way.
How about the group as a whole? Setting up that big-time return. Yardage
Homer was tired.
For in the box score may help them win the game.
And now Oakland ready to take the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Retired. Careful. Oh, that's a good job. That's what the hell? Let's go.
From the 31, Carr. Now this will be caught. Tyrell Williams. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Tyrell Williams.
Let's go,
the
man.
first half is winding down, and the Raiders get a score closer.
Well, that touchdown certainly helps, but they've got to go ahead and convert, get to the half, and figure out how to keep chopping down this lead in the second, don't they?
Yeah, they still need to regroup, and they still need to end the second quarter strong. A little bit of time left. Extra point by Carlson, up and good.
Touchdown.
And cut down to 14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
They what?
We'll find out just how much they trust their...
Oh, Elliott going to be hit. He coughs it up, loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And
Hey, stop. You guys, be nice.
25-yard line.
Hey, I cut your balls, bro. I'll give you a buzz cut.
So after the fumble recovery, it's Carr. And he'll take it.
Let's go. Oh, my gosh.
Hunter Renfrow in the
What?
final seconds of the first half as his guys are back within a single score.
Terrific. Touchdown. I know we've got a game now.
Yeah, I think anytime you go to the second half down just 1 or 2 scores, you feel not where you want to be, but in a pretty good spot.
And I think for most teams, when they go into the half in this situation, it's not a lot of adjusting going on. It's much more, all right, guys, let's just play a little bit better than we did in the first half.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Well, they got the ball in great field position. One play later, boom, end zone. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This one fielded at the 5.
Let's go! Let's go!
So we've reached halftime here in the 2020 Super Bowl, Super Bowl 54. As we go up to Orlando now and hand it over to Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight, as we'll get back to you guys for the second half of this Super Bowl in just a moment. It's been a tremendous season from beginning to end, and now we'll play one half of football to decide who raises the Lombardi Trophy. And for the call, let's get it right back to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The never tedious halftime show behind us, and now it's back to football as we get going again in Super Bowl 54. This is taken at the 3. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Getting set to go again, we get a look at Amari Cooper as he heads back out there now. And anytime a receiver's over 100 yards like he is, maybe the D coordinator scratching his head a little bit. If you're the D coordinator, what are you doing? Whatever he's not doing?
That's the best way to put it, but you have to treat him like the hot shooter in basketball, the guy that's just not missing. You run enough people at him to make him give up the ball in basketball. In this case, you've got to cover him with enough people that they throw the ball to someone else and make them beat you.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Second half starts with a carry by Elliott. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Prescott.
It's all right to be a little bitty.
His first catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a first down.
All right.
Partner sold the go route really well. Thought he was going deep, then curled it back inside for a nice completion.
DBs love when they pump the brakes, don't they?
Yeah, that's really a whole lot of fun. It's almost like he said, listen, we're going to sell the go. Just go, and let's see who's faster.
And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Vontez perfect. The blitz works to perfection as he gets in there to dump him for a loss of 8. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
You guys, be careful.
Normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot. That they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now Prescott. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
You'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Elliott. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
Complete to Jason Witten. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take,
that sounds cool. They're trying to get a pull for the girls because the one they have a little like splash pan with sprinklers y la chingada. But that thing ended up with like hella holes. So I'm trying to give them a little pull.
But with all the offense,
it was hot today, or it's hot today.
It's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper.
Careful.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. Marr able to put this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Let's go.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
185.
Carr now on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by George Iloka. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
The pickup goes for 13 and sets them up first and goal.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In clutch territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Oakland offense heading back onto the field to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can...
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the play. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Carr now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And now it's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To throw on 2nd and 10. Carr to the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete. They were trying to go to Brown once again, and it's 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller is thinking,
and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Hunter Renfrow, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested.
It's Craig and Solo.
Worked out pretty well. The trust factor in effect.
They go for just one here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it winds up in 6 points for the Raiders. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
I don't know if she's in the room, Bubba. Relax. You take a nap, bro.
Obviously, they'll be hoping to do
Take
that.
it easy.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do?
I know, right, bro?
Go away from what you did before because that worked.
10-point game over here, bro.
Wrinkles and
I'm
counters
slagging.
because you know they'll make some adjustments.
I have like fucking 3 interceptions.
And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down. You got a young quarterback. You know, maybe that's just an example of a growing pain for him.
I think you're right about that because when the game starts to move fast and it moves quickly on him, a lot of times they fall back on what they know best, their arm. He's slinging it on this one. Had a wide open target, but didn't have the proper footwork to increase his accuracy.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw. Prescott. He's going to find out up here complete. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion.
That's
going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Cowboys with the football.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
As we get set for the fourth.
Let's go.
4 out of that, and it'll bring up a third down. The Cowboys on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Prescott to throw. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. Yeah, he's got to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth-quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Please.
First down carry by
Give it
Elliott.
just a
And he's
minute.
swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Looking to throw on second down. Prescott. And this one complete to Jermaine Gresham. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost his bread and butter. It's a good running back dive play.
He's got his target. It's caught. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a first down. Prescott going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 5 for 6 now throwing the ball on this drive. Now Elliott. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Gosh, dude.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. Prescott now. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. A pretty long drive that time, 11 plays all told. And it culminates in a Dallas touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. Doug Martin now gearing up to go again here on offense. He has a chance to hit that often elusive 200-yard mark on this drive.
And most of the time during a game, people aren't keeping track of individual statistics.
Are you sure?
Well, a lot of the runners kind of know. But I'll guarantee you, someone sent word into the offensive line that he's got a chance to get over 200 on this drive. That should give them a little extra motivation because they love it when backs break that barrier.
Absolutely. We'll see if he can do it. On 2nd and 10. Carr, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Randy Gregory. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Remember, throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. And they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers.
Oh, my God.
Goodness, another interception. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not...
You need a fucking... Oh, God.
Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott with a record 4th Super Bowl touchdown tonight. And the Cowboys use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And now nothing but green ahead of him. He's at the 40, past the 20, and all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. Officially, that goes down as a kick return of 107 yards. What a run. And the Raiders get a score closer. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Now, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. Here's a great example right there.
This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Completes it to Jason Witten. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, Look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. Derek Carr getting ready to go again on offense. With his guys trailing here in the fourth, he can ill afford a repeat of the interception that ended the last drive.
Yeah, you're 2 scores down. You take it upon yourself now to play perfect or near-perfect football if you want to get your team back into the game. But it's also tough to do when you're trying to avoid errors, yet still play perfect football.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Now Carr. It's Williams on the catch. The end result, 21 yards. Yeah, he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. The clock showing 2 minutes even in what's been a memorable Super Bowl 54. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. A nice burst there as they'll get about 7 that time on the first down run. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Carr now to throw. Letting one go deep for the end. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And Xavier Woods with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Fucking gotta be kidding.
3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it, Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
with the Eagles.
Set it up, dude.
With the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Brendan, every great running backs coach I've talked with has always talked about when you have great vision, you're not consciously thinking about your cuts and your moves. You're just doing them.
So good, man.
He's about running them into submission.
You took the words right out of my mouth. I was just going to use that phrase. He has run them into submission.
Wave the white flag.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go. And the Dallas Cowboys will hoist the Lombardi Trophy. They're the kings of the NFL.
Ain't that some shit?
And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week.
The only Super Bowl that the Cowboys will win.
Now to say you're a Super Bowl champion, it's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely
That was still
we have
losing.
a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way, didn't have to face some adversity in the journey, and now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
And they end this year just how everybody wants to end the year, holding the Lombardi Trophy. What a season for them. What a ride it's been for us as well here in the booth. For Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We will see you next season right here on EA Sports.
That was just wild. But that was it. This one over here wants to watch Squid Games. You already watched Squid Games already, dude. The whole freaking season. You already watched the 3rd season. You watched it already. Tu culo. Not even. You watched it